All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another awesome adventure. Starting the day out bright and early today. All right, first off, we are going to start with this. I think it's a clay bait, just a rat or a mouse, whatever you want to call it. A little top water action to start the day. We'll see. It's like subsurface almost. I can actually get some good distance with it. This is right where the point is. There's actually a point that kind of comes out to about 15 feet and then it tapers off and reaches about 25 feet. I was finding them about 15 feet or so yesterday. There we go, that's a good fish. Really good fish. That's a tank. Look how big that big girl is. Wow, look at that. But there's a pocket right over there where the wind kind of travels back. They were sitting in that pocket, but the wind was blowing this way in part one. So I was thinking that they were congregated behind that point in that pocket waiting. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer to where I think they are. As I was leaving yesterday, there was just a ton of bait fish, and I keep saying yesterday, but it's just easier to say yesterday than in the previous video, so I'm gonna keep saying yesterday. There was just a ton of bait fish all along this edge right here. It's like a huge drop off. They were offshore, just all congregated, literally hundreds of fish. Couldn't catch a single one, but it's all right. I was getting kind of cold and just got hit by some little, I think it was a little bluegill. You can see some bluegills chasing it. Let's see if I can find anything. Oh, I'm on. It's a little bass. Oh, it's a bluegill. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, these bluegills are literally the most aggressive bluegills I've ever seen in my life. These ones especially, they will literally hit anything and everything. Oh shit, here you go. Alright, there's a nice little fallen tree branch right over there. Oh. Crack that one. Try to sink that bad boy underneath the tree. Ended up whacking the branch. I hope I don't have to grab it. Yeah, that's, oh, there we go. So I see a lot of bluegills out here in the open, offshore, pretty much above a field of weeds. It's hard to see though. There's bait fish too. Oh, there's a loon over there. That explains all the activity over there. Right now I'm currently trolling my crankbait. I think this is about 20 or so feet. Oh, see, that's gotta be more. Oh, I'm on. It's bass. Little guy. It's a good sign though. First one of the day. Caught trolling. These hooks are crazy sharp, so any little swipe, any little bite, and they're gonna get stuck. There you go. All right, I think I'm gonna throw a bitsy bug. That looks pretty good. All right, I think I'm actually gonna use one of these instead. It's a pretty large profile. Much slower. Let's see if I get a bite. Oh, come on. Good fish, really good fish. Bass, called it. It's a really nice one. All right. Oh, there he goes. All right, let's get right back in there. Got that one a bite. Hanging out. Want to try to get on a feeding frenzy. So it kind of worked out nicely. I mean, that one wasn't that big. You know, like 2.5 pounds, I'm thinking. Still a nice sized bass, that's for sure, but really trying to utilize that bite. Try to get these fish fired up. We're gonna see if we can get them fired up. If we can get them fired up, should make for a pretty good day of fishing. I know they're on my trail. I know they're hanging out right here. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Please stay on. It's a pike. Here's my pike. First pike of the day. Could be some other ones hanging out in there. That's a pretty nice one, actually. All right. See, you probably haven't been caught in a while, huh? It's a pretty good sign. It's really nice and thick, really cold. They're hanging out deep. It's not the size I'm looking for, but I'll take it. Feels good to catch a pike. I thought it felt kind of funny. Didn't feel like a bass. I'm sure there's mixed up in there though. Just a nice little jig. A little guy, but all right. Cool. Wind's picking up, so that's kind of a good sign. Oh, there we go. That's a good fish. I don't know what that is, but it's a good fish. Bass. It's another pike. Here we go. Well, on to something. Jeez, they fight so strong. Fights, man, there's so much power in these bad boys. Pretty thick, if you ask me. There's another little bit. Take that. Didn't want to really get my hands all gross, but yeah, I don't know. That's a really good sign. Gonna go ahead and just change places now. Toss it deeper back in the water. We're gonna go scan some other areas. I think it's right in this general area. Can't seem to get him to bite though. Come on. Am I on? Yeah, I am on. Here we go. That's a good fish. Really good fish. It's a pike. There we go. Onto something. It's a decent size. It's like a 20-something inch. Alright. It's a nice one. Yeah, I'll take that. They're so chunky. Here we go. Third one of the day. I really don't know what to tell you guys. Come on. Doesn't feel that big, but it's a pike. I think it's a pike. It is a pike. Man, that took a while. Hey, I'll take that. That's a good sign. Got a little guy. Gladly take that. I was just yo-yoing this thing. Alright. That was a little one, but felt nice to get a bite. Alright. I'm not satisfied, so I think I'm gonna take a few more casts. Take a few more casts. Please. Look how lush this vegetation is. I feel like the bass should be eaten. Maybe today's just a weird day. It's sharp. Storm's moving in. That's what makes it unfortunate. See this right here? That's what I'm looking for. This is nice. nice and green still. Oh, there we go. Come on. There's one. Doesn't, I think it's a pike. Kind of hit like a pike. Oh, that's a nice pike. Finally a decent one. Oh, it's about the same size. It's a nicer size. It's bigger than, it's much bigger than the ones I have been catching. He's barely hooked. Woo. All right, off he goes. I should have my pliers. Took that. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy that I caught fish, but just couldn't seem to find the right one. I don't know, really. I think if I were to do things differently, I probably would have thrown a much deeper diving crankbait. It was just hard. It was hard trying to get in position to, well, pretty much to fish, to catch the fish that I saw on my graph. I mean, I caught fish. I mean, they weren't like that big, but they were, you know, quality pike, I would say. It would have been nice to, you know, at least get a nice sized bass to just kind of make up for me not catching pike, but I was really trying to just focus on grinding it out and trying to find that big one, because I know that once I find that big one, it'll really pay off. Yeah, I don't know. It was also really hard to, like I said, stay in position to even make good casts and like try to figure out what they want at that spot. I had a lot of fish come up on my radar where I did catch fish. The first two ones I think I caught a bass at the spot where I caught that 4-pounder last time, and then I caught my first pike of the day at that same spot. So I know that they were stacked up in there. It was just trying to find like what depth they were at and where they were, how they're positioned, and what angle they wanted it, and it was difficult because the wind, and it was blowing me all sorts of ways, so I couldn't really position myself well around that point. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in part 3.